Hi guys. Welcome to the group. Thank you guys so much for joining and taking a second to watch this. So I posted below some of the key training principles in terms of starting your running journey and really what it takes to kind of accomplish your goals as a runner. So one of the things that I loved about your comments were how specific they were, and I want to address some of that in this video as well. So what I heard from a lot of you is I like running, but I am really consistent for a few weeks and then I kind of fall off the wagon. I have a hard time enjoying it because maybe my breath feels out of control, or it doesn't feel easy, it feels pretty hard, and maybe that's kind of what causes you sometimes to kind of throw the towel in. So I want to talk a little bit about some of those things and then just go into a little bit more depth with the 3 principles that I talked about. So the first is that consistency is key. And I can't overemphasize this enough, that in order to be a runner and in order to accomplish your goals as a runner, you need to run. And just like practicing anything makes you better, the way to become a better runner is to run. And to be consistent, it means finding a schedule that works for you and sticking to it no matter what. And there are going to be days in that schedule that running is not enjoyable. Even as a seasoned runner, even for somebody who runs on an almost daily basis, there are runs for me that just totally suck. I hate every second of it, from the minute I start to the minute that I end. But it's one of those things that as time goes on and it starts to feel a little bit more easy, the consistency piece becomes a habit. You just do it because you need to do it and because of the way that running makes you feel. So with that consistency, one of the things that I would recommend to those of you that are kind of getting back into running or just starting out is pick a schedule that's realistic. So for some people that might be 3 days a week. And for those of you that are feeling like, okay, my breathing is out of control, I can't talk, it feels miserable, that means that you're going too fast. And so when you are starting out running, when you're building that base, the key is to make all of your runs easy. And what that means is that your breath is in control and you can have a conversation while you're running. So that might mean for some of you that you start a run walk plan. So you run for a minute, you walk for 2 minutes, or you run for 2 minutes and you walk for 1 minute. For some of you, it might be just slowing down your pace, which means letting go of the expectation that you're going to be really fast out of the gate. As you do that, your body is going to become more efficient with running, and running is going to start to feel more manageable, and that breathing that a lot of you talked about is going to become more in control. So if you are like wearing a Garmin and you're judging yourself about your pace, don't run with a Garmin. Just run by the way that you feel, and that should feel like you're in control of your breath, and it should feel like you are enjoying it somewhat, that you can have a conversation. That'll also help you become more consistent, because we don't want to ever do anything that's super hard. We don't want to do something that's really miserable all of the time. So when you're starting out running, first, just make it enjoyable by making all of your runs easy. That's the best advice that I can give you. It's also helps your body adapt to the stress of running. So if we start running really fast right away, we can get injured really easily, especially if you're new to it, especially if you're coming back to it. So go slow. Go slow to go fast is kind of the thing that I think a lot about when I'm running. It's a good principle to follow. So the second one that kind of leads in is that I've got some notes here, sorry that I'm looking. Progress patiently and with small steps. And really what that means is you are on your own path. Don't compare yourself to other runners. This is the hardest thing for me. I read a ton of running blogs. I am inspired by people who are really fast. I love reading about what elite runners do. I love listening and learning about what some of the the runners that I follow on blogs do, and sometimes I get wrapped into that, and then I start pushing myself to do things that my body's not ready for. So if you can, think about your own journey. You know your body best. You know what it can handle. So don't compare yourself to other runners. You are on your own path. You are going to achieve your own goals, but the only way that you can do that is if you can stay running. And when we start to push ourselves past something that we're ready for, that's what leads to injury. And then the third thing is the idea of well-rounded training. We're going to get into this a little bit later this week, but well-rounded training means that once you've built your base, which means that once those easy runs really do feel easy and you're feeling really comfortable and you're ready to step it up. And by the way, a little side note, it usually takes about 6 weeks to kind of build that base and feel really solid. So that's about a month and a half of just kind of easy running for those of you that are getting back into it. Then you're going to want to start adding in some different types of runs. So you might want to do some speed work, and we'll talk about that, or tempo runs, and we'll talk about that, or some longer runs. So variety is what keeps your body not only becoming better at running, but it also is what helps you if you have some weight loss goals for your running. It helps kind of speed up your metabolism. It helps challenge your muscles in new ways. And it also prevents your body from getting injured, because when we do the same type of running day after day, we have the same cadence, the same pace, we pound on our bodies the same way. And so when we add variety into our runs, it helps to prevent some injury, and it helps keep our body guessing so that it doesn't become too efficient. Okay, so you've made it to the end of the video. For those of you that have, my little challenge to you is to post below about what you're really good at out of these three things. Are you really good at being consistent? Are you really good at changing up your runs for those of you that are pretty seasoned? Or are you just really good at doing it your own pace, doing what feels good to you? So tell us below what you're good at, and then tell us also what is the thing that you're trying to get a little better at. Thanks again for watching. I'm so excited that you guys are here, and I'll see you later. Bye.